I'm sorry, Soul. It's okay. Refresher. Nah, we'll go through it again. Tutorial. Still my go, damn it. I appreciate you. So again, we're in an area where we can't sprint, so jumping is the fastest. So we do these little bunny hop jumps.
Ese shinobi del fondo del pozo.
I hug to the left to not instantly aggro. They can run up and hit you and you don't have a sword to deflect anything. Again, I'm still hugging left. You can go down there for a safer travel, but this shot hidden you is, I think, like less than 1%. Get cutscene. And you'll see the door has like a little interact. You'll see it like flash away. I know I got the healing gourd. L2, R2, grapple instantly off of the ledge hang. We run past these enemies. There's no risk or scary thing to deal with. Very important to pick these 2 fistfuls of ash. You'll see when we use it later. Either wall jump or skip the jump with a sprint jump. I hold square just in case I miss this. Genny 1, just important takeaways. We don't have Makiri counter, so dash away from thrust attacks and dash away from slam attacks, which usually follow up thrust attacks. It's not impossible or like bad to deflect thrust, but you'll see you get into like this like staggered position almost. It's and like you have to be quicker than him to get him into this low state loop of if there's a rock next to you, I like to deflect the thrust because I like to dash right, and if there's a rock to your right, you kind of can't dash right. That floating passage, it's just a 2 deflect, thrust, 2 deflect. This is a boss that you're just gonna have to, you know, reflection of strength, and you'll get a lot of time in to see his attacks. I think the biggest takeaway is like the route of how I do things. Thank you. Again, I like to just do 1 dialogue with him. Picking up 2 pellets here. Again, if you want that light coin purse behind the house, by all means get that. This route is pretty bare bones. I like to fight what I like to fight, and we cheese what we like to cheese. Important to kill him. If you fuck it up, you do have to deflect an attack before you kill him. But usually a death blow behind him, because you want this sugar, which is an attack buff. Make our way past, avoiding the enemies under. Pick up the 3 pellets here. Again, everything here is just to sell. We go down here. There's a coin purse on top of this house. Then going down to the other house, there's 3 coin purses. So now we have money to buy Roberto's firecrackers, which we have to grapple up to. Be sure to sell. It's 500 gold. Make sure you have 500 gold. Very important item. Gotcha sugar. Red is an attack buff. Green is a stealth.
Champions!
Leech with the raid!
Welcome!
Oakman Leech. Doing a little commentary Sekiro hit list for Soul. Important to walk up to these guys. Oh, gotta aggro him. Hi Moody, hi Leech, hi Titan. I like to aggro and then de-aggro here. Again, you can use a gotcha in here and get a stealth death blow that way. I'm just used to the sword only way. What were you streaming, Leech? Hi Zeus. We hug left, go behind Ogre. Stealth death blow. I go into a thrust into 3 R1s. The goal is you don't want to be in front of him. If you are in front of him, you have to react to either quick grab or slam. Sometimes he does this elbow drop. It's always safe to do 2 to 3 R1s if you're not like good with the strafes. That's what you're gonna expect. Slam is delayed. Quick grab is very fast. He also has a couple slow grabs. It's always good to get the death blow from behind because it's quicker. I grapple up here. Take this grapple here. And we jump down to get this item, which is Divine Confetti. It's pretty good for select bosses that are a certain typing that take more damage to Confetti. RE4 remake, hell yeah. This snake section, you kind of just have to know it where you just progress. Go from grapple to grapple. Unless you're really sticking around somewhere for too long, then you're not going to get in trouble. Safe strat for here, you go into that little hut after the wall hug, or you could be quicker and you do this tapping movement, and when you get past this movable, dash through. If you go into the hut and get the death blow on the snake, it's way more chill. Up to you. Before gyoubu, we pick up this gotchin and another sugar. So we have 2 sugars, one for first phase and one for second phase. But it's slow. True. But consistency matters too. You could jump or press square out. I walk up here and go under and then duck. Pick up this heavy coin purse and Balloon of Wealth. The Balloon of Wealth is for an NPC to get more sugar. I backstab this guy just in case, but you could also just run through. This is where I adjust my items. Do it however you like. We usually activate sugar by these cylinders. You get like 5 to 6 free hits here. Then he usually does this charge where the 4th attack is the one that we want to deflect. This is a boss that you're gonna have to learn their moveset quite well. I like to go on the other side of him when he does those big slams. I find that to be more comfy. You can deflect everything. That's really awkward. Sometimes the stagger carries over and this happens too, where he like get to just like idle. You just wait for him to settle down for a grapple. Not worth to. So this is another one of those slams that I just like to melee. If you're behind him, just expect that you Get horse kick. Very important move to learn the deflect timing of. You get such a good amount of posture damage for it. This is just one of those bosses also that you are going to have to put a lot of time in because he is tough, has a deep moveset. So now we do part 1 of Ishin's quest. He wants you to kill one of these rat enemies, which is like this imp with the hat. We're gonna rest here, get our attack power up, open this door, kill this gunman. Gyoubu's a fun fight, real for real. So we hold sprint. You could lock onto him. One thrust is gonna kill. Grapple up. I like to walk to kill this guy again. Not a fun enemy to aggro, but if you do, you could always just come down here and then go back to rest, and it'll restart the area. Now that we killed him, we can go to Ishin, and we already have the quest basically completed, so as soon as he gives it to us, we can talk to him again and it's completed. Which is way better than asking for the quest and then coming back. We save time. Don't skip dialogue for Ishin because it does mess up getting the reward. So this is a character that I just spam the A or X button. I sell my heavy coin purse to buy some fistfuls here. I usually buy like 8 because we're gonna pick up 2 that are down here. Some runs you don't have to. If you're really good at managing them, you don't even need to buy a single one. Oh, of course, dude. I do not want to get firecrackers until after what's his name? Bull. Because I have to, you know, restart the area anyway, so like might as well go to temple there. Like it makes it minor time save. So we pick up the sugar there, we go around and we go up this house. I pick up this coin purse because we need 390 coins to get all the 3 ashes from the next NPC merchant. So we wait by this enemy that we just death blow until this enemy aggros. You can do bowl a million different ways. However you want to fight these enemies, or these bosses, fight them the way that you want to fight them. I like to do this strat where we leave one of the enemies there and we death blow him to get iframes on Bull's first attack. Because you want Bull in this little sometimes this happens where you have to chase him around. He basically has a quick headbutt and a long-range headbutt. This is another fight. There's a few good guys on this fight. Basically, you want him, if you're really close to him, he does that quick headbutt and you dash it. And you get him to his Again, I don't need, I think more importantly, the route memorize. Any of these bosses I can really go in depth with you. I go to temple as soon as killing him because I want to refresh the area for these enemies, and then we need to also get firecrackers from the NPC. Yeah, you see the vision of where I want to be there, and what attack we're like constantly baiting. I skip this guy's dialogue, I think like 3 times, and I don't have to go through the annoying dialogue options. Go straight into fitting new prosthetic tool, which is firecrackers. Put firecrackers on. Very important to put in your new skills, which is Mikiri counter. And you can hold off on points later, but I just get Whirlwind Slash to get Whirlwind Slash. Travel back to Ashina Castle. We're going to talk to this old lady. What camera speed am I playing on? Let me check. Important to play these games with like a decently high camera speed at the start so that... Let's see, I only have 5, so... I think Bloodborne I have a high one. So, skip dialogue. We use the Balloon Wealth. She's going to talk to us, skip dialogue. And you see we're getting item. Well, you can't see because I have a camera, but... We get basically 1 sugar and 1 divine confetti, so... Now I have 2 sugars for... Genny 2. Hi, Sucks. For you. Alright, we grapple up these rooftops in this exact path to avoid enemies. On this rooftop, we get all the way to the edge. And then once we aggro this guy, like it's yellow, we drop down. Go on this high point, grapple up. He's not going to be aggroed because he's going to the right. We stay left here so that that enemy does not dash into us. This enemy either whistles or doesn't attack, either or. We just run past him. We jump, grapple here. Always rest. Thank you. My wife loves 7 TV mode, so she did a good job filling them up. So this skip, very important. We run into this wall vertically, and then we try to jump onto that roof with a wall jump. If you miss, just turn around, grapple. You're not going to always get it, but this is something you'll just practice, and you'll get the feel of it. I like to grapple to this thing, and then use my sugar. Genny 2, now we have Mikiri counter, so we can deflect his slams. How you choose to deal with his opening, it's always the same. I dash through the arrow and thrust. You can do whatever you like. So now we have Mikiri counter, so we can dash on those thrusts. So it either does a quick slash back, or he jumps back and does arrows. That's the most likely outcomes. Oh. It looks so weird to me, because he was in a corner and he didn't go to the left. But that was his floating passage on the left side. So yeah, when he deflects you, it's either going to be slam, quick attack back, or he's going to dash back and do arrows. So we're constantly holding forward so that we could cancel arrows. There's other ways to deal with arrows. Like you can deflect it. Phase 3, it starts with a cutscene, so we wait for the cutscene, skip the cutscene, use sugar, and then dash his thrust. So I'm going to use sugar, spamming it. Okay, that wasn't for it, but all of his lightning attacks, you have to not deflect. Phase 3 is the only phase that you could jump his sweeps. You can't deflect lightning. That always follows up with a thrust. Make sure I always do a finishing blow. Again, boss fights, I can go in depth with you. It's hard to do on a live run, because I'm barely thinking on my own. But you'll see in some of these fights, you just are in this kind of dance where it's hit for hit for hit for hit. Very important dialogue skipping here. First dialogue, you have to keep spamming A or X until we get this command prompt. We obey the iron cord, then we can skip. Then we talk to him until we get this pop up, then skip. We go here, skip. Go back to him, skip. Save yourself like 2 minutes. Okay, we enhance attack power. And then we're ready to talk to Kuro again. They tell us where Ishin is. Skip. Go through the window. Ishin's going to be to the right. We jump here, get the grapple. He's in this house. If you forgot to do the little quest with the rat, you would have to go back to Gyoubu. Facts about Immortal Severance and then Mortal Blade. And you can skip. Up on this roof is another Gotchin sugar. This is the stealth one. And on this ledge is another one. Then we go down here for the NPC. Make sure you have 390 to buy all of his Yash. This is like enhanced red buff. It cuts your health in half but gives you immense damage. Okay, we homeward to Last Commune Idol. No, this is probably not the most standard from the beginning. Because you'd Firecracker Gyoubu, but Soul said he's down to fight gyoubu, so he might like to do it this way. So when we idle back, we have to go this way first to pick up Gunfort Key. And I like to do Gunfort first before I go to Roberto. Gunfort is one of those sections that are a little bit difficult. Well, if you're doing sword only, you're not going to use any of the items, but... I think doing that first part sword only is still fun. Okay, we jump here. Don't jump over it like I used to do. Oh my god. Maybe sprint jump. Come across our first gunman. He's gonna aggro. Run past him. Jump up here. I run into the wall. Do this curve jump to this next grapple. You can do you can do the grapple behind and kill that enemy, but if you learn that one, you can just skip the enemy. It's faster. This wall jump is a little bit more difficult, so I just hug the wall. This is where we would use our first Gotchin. If you're doing sword only, you can't, but go around this way. We leap to this grapple. This section, you kind of have to be fast. And you have to make sure you get the right grapples. You have to use your like camera, like the right analog to sometimes switch which grapple you're doing. I wait for a gunshot, and then I go to bridge. This is like a little safe point. And we wait for all the enemies to de-aggro. I like to wait till my Gotchin wears off, because I like all the enemies aggroing again at the same time. We're going to run into that hole in the bridge by hugging left, then jumping right, and then grappling under. So everyone's de-aggroed. I'm just waiting for my Gotchin to wear off. So Gotchin wore off. We're running to the left here. Jumping right. A lot of shots are going to go off. And I like to just get to this wall and crouch. And again, we wait for everyone to de-aggro. And then we can Gotchin again. If you're doing sword only, you'd have to go through this area. I have a ultra debuff sword only run that you could watch if you're curious how to do these sections without gotchin and stuff like that. But with gotchin, we don't have to worry about these enemies here. Go through smoothly. Ledge hang, and we look to kill this guy. Yeah, no items at all. You're just using your sword. But you can do it like how I do it. Like this. This is my marathon route where like we do gyoubu sword only. Well, not really sword only because we have sugar, but important to pick up those snap seeds. We need them for corrupted monk. Very important to rest here because there's a guy with a fucking bazooka. Alright. So this is the grace, or the idol before Centipede. I like to get it because I think Gunfort's scary, so I like to do it early. You can't even use firecrackers. But you'll see why using items and firecrackers is good for bosses that you don't want to fight. So on the path to Roberto, we have to leap on this grapple past the sick girl. And we're just simply running past all these enemies. I like to travel on top here in Saban Dungeon. You're not going to aggro anything by staying right. I like to use my stealth gotchin sugar here. Yeah, you'll see the differences. Like, you can watch my UDB run, but I like to pick up those sugars. Definitely this guy. I like to hug on the right wall. There's some fishies on the ground. There's a gunman that we have to kill here. Sometimes that death blow doesn't go, so I like to go in front of him. This enemy won't see you, just run past him. Even if he aggroes, it doesn't matter, because he doesn't go up to this point. Waiting for elevator. Yeah, the only thing I do differently in this marathon route is how I fight gyoubu. People like to go to temple first and get their firecrackers, and they set up that script for him. This area, you can no aggro everything just by sticking right here. Going around the trees exactly how I do. I grapple up here, jump off. And you will not aggro a single enemy. Very safe. True. But why not farm both runs? Get this run quickly and then do sword only after. You gotta learn how to farm, dude. So you go around like that. Exactly how I do. Grapple up here. Go for this next grapple. Those enemies are scary. They throw shit, so... You're familiar with this area. This is pre-Roberto. Gotta go through here with the best way. We let this guy drop. We go for a death blow. Crouch. Go into this island. Crouch. Kill this guy. Make sure we grapple to this. Hang on this wooden platform. Get the death blow on this guy. We go up. And no fear of them throwing shit at us. Roberto. We're pretty much a pseudo script. So now we put our enhanced power buff, Yashiriku sugar, and then we put Fistful of Ash after. Don't go past these steps. You go inside, Roberto's already walking towards you. So we use our Ash, switch to our Fistful, we run straight beeline to Roberto, activate Firecrackers, 2 R1s, Fistful, and we stagger him. Usually have to deflect 1 attack, 2 R1s, and then we deflect his big combo. And usually he's pretty close. And we throw him off. You always want to leash him to a window. Again, a fight that's sometimes scary, made very easy with items. Now we're on the path to monkeys. Make sure to grapple on this house and not the grapple below. See, I have to like pause for a second before I got the right grapple. I like to hug left here, then grapple. Jump up for grapple. You don't need a wall hang, you could just grapple. I use Gotchin here. Jump on this branch. Jump down. If you're sick with it, you could do this wall jump and this guy doesn't get aggroed and we can open the door. If he does get aggroed, you have to walk all the way around. It's okay. The VOD will be saved. So we interact. We're still have the Gotchin effect that we have. We dash back, kill the invisible monkey that's always directly behind us. Red monkey didn't see us because we have Gotchin on, so we kill him. Green monkey also didn't see us, so we go around and kill him as well. Then I go up here. Go to this branch. Purple monkey will always go this way if you path like this. And he will be quite disoriented up here, so it's a free kill. Perfectly scripted, no issues. Easy peasy. Now you get the big OP Mortal Draw skill, which you're not aware of, but now you know. This one skill simplifies the game. Get it from talking to her. She asks you something, you say yes. Skip cutscene. Alright. Very important. So we have Mercury counter on the bottom. We get the top tree to get this mid-air combat arts. And then we get the karma, which gives us more karma to use our skills. That's our... And make sure to enhance your attack power as well. I'm gonna rest to get my karma. Karma's in the bottom right there. We're gonna travel to Sunken Value Gun Fort. I'm not gonna like show any cutscenes, but alright, so this is another annoying boss. Make sure to equip your combat art. You know how to do a combat art? You L1 plus R1. So we yash here. I'd like to go to Centipede's face and then yash it. Jump Mortal Draw, Firecracker, Jump Mortal Draw. I like to dash after, so I don't by accident do a second string of Mortal Draw. Jump Mortal Draw, Firecracker, Jump Mortal Draw. One of those things that you'll have to practice and I could key in on, but you can see how beautiful, it looks scripted. Which I do need these still. So this is one of the areas where the snake returns. You could jump off before it even knocks you off. I like to hug right here. Let the snake go for us. Then we dash through. No issue. Not a tight timing. Not to worry. I like to use Gotch in here. You're familiar with this area. This is approaching Ape. We don't fight him yet. We like to save him later. So we're gonna go on this other path that you may not have seen. Not sure. Haven't seen your playthrough. Yes, well, on the most recent one. But you'll see there's another section. You see down there? That's where we'll be going. If you don't want that area spoiled, I understand. I will save this VOD. Yeah, there's a whole other area here. Because there's another mandatory boss that we have to fight. That's as important as 8. But, okay. So I do recommend you go here before killing Ape. And maybe someone in chat can tell you why. Yeah, it prevents a really annoying fight that I think we've all done. But we might want to see you suffer too, so I don't know. So the snake, you have 2 ways of going past him. You can puppeteer, or you could bait out his bite and go past him. I like to bait out bite, because I got used to it doing sword only. Okay. Let him have the same experience. I get it, I get it. So we grapple up here. Nice trick Xe taught me. I look down for these grapples, so I don't know if I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. Then we look up. Jump down, death blow this guy. Immediately crouch when you can, so you don't aggro that guy. Wait for his aggro to go down, then we grapple this way. Nope, wrong way. I don't know how that happened. Okay. This boss, we're going to use our sugar, get the death blow behind him. I like to go a little further back. We have to react to one move. Oh. I forgot to firecracker. My bad. It's been a minute. You're supposed to deflect, then firecracker. My bad. You're familiar with that boss. It's been a while. You see, you know what? It is kind of difficult to talk and play at the same time like that in that commentary sense. But I think I'm doing decent. So after Snake Eyes, we go here. This is a kind of nothing area. We also don't want to fight anything here. Go right here. Pick up the ash down here. Very important. I like to running jump here. You miss this jump. Goodbye run. You know how headless is. Mid the cock. Is that my name? This area is not... You'd have to do something extra to aggro these guys. Just hug left. There's a nice little jump here. Non-sprint jump. Up to that tree. Then jump here. No buffs needed for this boss. We jump death blow. Wait for her to get up. And we just R1. She's a nothing boss, not important. She's just trying to play the flute. I don't blame her. Alright, you're gonna see a really cool kill. Let me make sure I snooze this ad. This is one of the coolest cheeses. Kind of a cool boss if you want to learn it. This might be a boss you haven't seen that's an important boss, but up to you how you want to view. After this boss is Ape, so... Rafe, good to see you. This area is one of those you just run past everything area. Everything is pretty slow, so it's not going to reach you. I like to hug right here and go around this bigger tree, so I don't aggro this guy that could throw shit at us. I don't like enemies that could throw shit at me. We go to this river. This path prevents us from fighting a mini-boss that kind of fucking chases the shit out of you. There's some enemies to the right that we don't have to bother. When we go to this arena, we're immediately hugging left and going around the arena. So we go behind the boss, undetected. And as we do that, we use our snap seeds. We got in Gunfort and our fistfuls. Kind of basically bringing Corrupted Monk to the stairs where we can get a death blow off by jumping back. And what is a pretty complex boss is annihilated. Cheating! So we get this key item. Then we homer to last commune idol, which was Ape's idol, because we didn't sit down on anything else. So it saves us time for walking back to the idol. Now I don't need this item anymore. So what skills do we have to acquire now? So we go to the next tab, Ashina Arts. We get both of these carps. You've seen these skills before. You already have them. And semi-important, so no Shinobi Eyes for Makiri counters later on. Make sure you enhance your attack power, because we did just kill a memory. Alright, we go down here. Ape Phase 1 is fully scripted. Run towards him, locked on. Auto draw. And every time he comes up to back to regular position, basically put him back into this loop. If you fought Ape enough times, you know how he gets into this loop. Not looking. Fair. Well, you're not gonna have these items to one-shot anyway. Mute stream. Okay, after this text goes away, Divine Confetti. I wait for his body to twitch. Then I use Yash. We do one R1 when he gathers a sword. Cancel this with a jump and draw. React to what he does. Other runs, you have more, what's it called? Oh shit. I don't like to deflect that attack, so... Another thing about these games, you can deflect whatever you want. He has two kind of combo finishers that you'll just have to learn. Again, I can go in depth with these bosses, but it's more important to see how things are standardly done. So we get this key item, and now we try to snooze. Alright. Enhance attack power. Skills kind of don't matter at this point. Sheena Castle. That's smart. Yeah, I see that. So you don't complete the mortal draw. That's probably a better thing to do. Run this way. Let this enemy pass us. We go down. If you need another Yash, there's one right here. We don't, so we're just gonna go under. At this point, we jump up, grapple, 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 stand still. So this enemy doesn't do a little cheeky grapple attack. Grapple up. Prepared for a more tighter grapple section. We have to run to this hood, grapple up, run to the edge here. I get this grapple, immediately jump, grapple, so we don't get hit with the dart. Talk to Father Owl. Choose the top option twice, the bad option. Cutscene, we skip cutscene, we use our Yash. React to Emma's first attack. This is a fight that we have to hold forward. If she idles, it's okay to punish her. Hold forward so that we stop her combo. She dies, we get Shinobi Execution. We use our confetti, we use our Ayash. Now we're ready for Ishin. He likes to start with this dash attack. We meet him before he does it, attack him. He can either do shove or he likes to attack like Genny. So two things you have to react to. Phase 2, we immediately Yash. Firecracker. Jump Mortal Draw. Make sure you're attacking. When he does this, we'll draw again. I have no... No more... What's it called? What's the bottom right thing called again? Emblems? When you're out of emblems, it's not suggested to Mortal Draw anymore. And that is Shura ending Sekiro. Boom. We'll skip these cutscenes, you won't see anything. It's a bad ending. We don't skip the second playthrough. You could Reflection of Strength all those bosses, even Ishin. Oh, we're still above 45, but sub 46 is pretty good. Hell yeah. Maybe I'll upload that to YouTube so you have an easier time to watch that too. Yeah, that was a Midman's Shura route.